Hello, welcome to Slamfire Radio, episode 493. Today is February 9th. I'm one of your hosts, Kyle.
I'm another host, Mo.
Hey, I'm Kelly.
And I'm
Who are you?
I know, right? Anyways, I'm back. It's not because I didn't like you guys. It's because I was sick for...
That's what we told them.
Yeah. I've been back. Last week. I'm going to be coughing tonight, too, and I have my cough medicine with me tonight. But
Excellent.
because it'll kill anything. But
Doctor prescribed, yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably, if I have to, I mute myself because I'm coughing.
Okay. Well, let's, since you're already talking, let's get in what we did with guns, and why don't you let us know what you did in guns, and you can rest your voice for a little bit.
I've been sick. I did nothing with guns. That's totally not true. Specific, I've been going to, well, I haven't been on in 2 weeks. I've had COVID for the past couple weeks. Prior to that, I was going to SFRC on Saturdays and bringing up my doggy. Taking advantage of some of the specials there. Some of the fishing, though. So they have actually outfitted their store with so much fishing stuff right now. They're converting over to more fishing stuff. So I think it has to do with some of the stuff that's been happening with the guns. Anyways, just saying. We have a She Shoots episode that's coming up next week. It's going to be Sandra Honor. Sandra Honor is the president of the Canadian Shooting Federation of Canada. She's going to be on. We're going to be talking to her about her organization and how it's supporting our athletes and getting them to the next level, and the impacts of C21 and how that's going to affect our shooting sports, and also within the Olympics and the international field as well. So if you would like to come and join us, come out next week. Now, it's on a special date. It's not on the Tuesday, Tuesday is actually the Valentine's Day, so we figured people would want to spend time with their loved ones. And so we flipped it over to Wednesday of next week, so same time. That's normal, so 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 6 o'clock Mountain. And so we're going to be doing that next week. The other thing that I have been doing is planning our upcoming Maple Seed year. We're going to be having some IBCs, which was our boot camps for our instructors here in Ontario. We're going to be starting those at the end of the month and into March as well. So we're going to be doing IBCs for the Kingston area and then also in London. And it looks like we got some events happening in BC as well. Those are going to be planned for the looks like March as well. So we're starting to populate our calendar. It's going to be good. So technically, Adriel, we're first, so that makes us win anyways. And we're going to be having maple seeds that are going to be officially called winter seeds because it's going to be in winter. So yay. Yes. I got an event that's coming up, not this weekend, but the weekend after. It's going to be, well, it's not an event. I'm going to be helping facilitate our new RSOs for the Frontenac Rifle and Pistol Club. So we have about 15 people that are part of the club. It's specifically club run. So Kelly and I are going to be taking over that program, and so that we can actually have our RSOs up and running for the club specifically, and designated RSOs as well. And I think that's it so far. I might have something else that I've done, but I can't remember. It's still COVID brain. So that's me. All right, Kyle, what about you?
Not much.
No.
I had done some work building my modern sporter, and so go over a couple things I had to do with it, because I had to modify the upper receiver for the trigger.
Oh.
So because of this sear, it's a little bit different sear. I actually had to modify the receiver and grind out just right in there, because it wouldn't go in, and then I had to create space for that sear to actually move.
Right.
So,
Now, did that actually affect the integrity of it at all?
Oh, no. I took off less than a quarter inch, and that's pretty beefy there.
Okay.
If you look here, there's a lot of material right there. So I just just on this rear lug, I had to bring that back just a little bit, like maybe an eighth of an inch.
Okay.
just to work with that DH3 trigger. So that's pretty much ready to go. The block I 3D printed up for that worked out really well. And it will still work, even though my heavy modification, it'll still work for an AR upper. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
So, yeah,
So-
AR upper. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
AR, what is that?
Yeah, I know. So any more? I haven't been listening to the show either. Sorry, but any more information on you and your impending move?
Finally got a step forward. Apparently, my application package from the lawyers was mailed out today. So,
Okay.
mailed out to me. It sounds like we're doing it a little bit different than they have for other people, where I'm going to have to apply at the border. So it does change my plans a little bit, because I was going to load up my truck, throw all my firearms and probably my computer and a bunch of stuff into the truck for my
you wanna
first trip
take with
down
you.
there.
Yeah.
And that, but now it just adds another trip, basically, because I'll have to fly down, probably start work and figure out a time that I can fly back, load up stuff in my truck, and then drive back down, and then figure out when we're actually going to do the big move. So,
Okay.
but yeah,
But it's progressing and sound like it's actually.
It is progressing. I'm waiting on a tracking number to find out when this application packet's supposed to be here, but I would imagine, it's FedEx International Economy, so I'm thinking maybe by the end of next week. I don't know. FedEx usually somewhat decent, I think, but
much more decenter than Canada Post, I have to say.
yeah. So yeah, we'll see when I get the tracking number. I was hoping for one by the end of the day, but it's all right. Finally got some contact and making progress, so that makes
Cool.
me feel better, because the beginning of the week I was getting a little down and figuring, oh, maybe it's not actually going to happen because there was no contact and nothing, but hey, we're closing in. So
Cool.
Good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good news.
Mo, how about you?
I went to an IPSC match last weekend at the Lanaudière range that's in Joliet, Quebec. It was four long stages, 32 rounders. I did pretty well, but for me, pretty well is the usual middle of the pack. I only had one stage with misses with Mike, so that was good. I was happy about that. One of the stages, the style that I kind of like, it was like a lot of left to right and then alternating, and then they had port windows where on the one side they'd have like a lower one, on the other side they had like a one that you had to like obviously a little bit more elevated. So there's like a lot of alternating between the two, and it was fast, so that was a lot of fun. And then after that,
Hey,
I
Mo,
decided.
for that match, say
Yes.
like mid pack, what would it take to get you above mid pack? Do you know which like aspect of your game?
Well, reduce.
better?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, to shoot better. No, it's really the speed. It's like the number one thing for me is for I just every stage I'm just taking too long. So
Is it speed shooting or speed moving?
I'd say both. But I'm getting better at, like, I'm not shooting an array and then standing there like a deer in the headlights and waiting to go to the next one. I'm trying to, be ready to go and you know, um, going to the next one. But it's both. It's both. But it's usually when I look, because I use the competitor app and I see the comparisons, and it's time. 5 seconds here, 10 seconds there, and then it all adds up, right? But really, that's what the difference from me. I think from going from the middle to maybe more closer to top 10.
Speed of shooting, speed of like it would be interesting if you use like a GoPro or something like that, or just had someone film you and then compare that to like one of the hot shots on your squad and see if it was like see where the time was being lost, if it was being lost
Yeah.
on like foot speed, or if it was being lost on like this guy can shoot an array 2 seconds faster than I can.
Yeah.
And every array adds up. Like it would be great to know that. That would be like if you could get someone to record your a couple of your stages and then compare it, you'd be able to see where those gaps are, right?
And I've got to, and then a lot of these matches do have steel, and I got to I mean, I'm not taking, not every piece of steel requires 2 shots, but I need to reduce the ones that I am, not knocking it down on the first attempt. So I think that adds to the time too. Um, so then I decided to, so because I had bought the bull 1911 before the freeze is coming. So I'm actually going to start. I'm going to start using it, and there's no match this coming weekend. There's one the weekend after. So I started dry fire practice. Like I set up the holster and the mag pouches and all that. So I'm gonna actually try it in a match. I was doing my draws and working down the safety off the draw, and that was seemed to be going pretty well. I was doing the uh, mag changes, and it's just a little bit different because it's a single stack mag versus a double, so there's just a different feel to that. Even putting them back into the mag pouches, it's a little bit because I have the CR speed, and the CR speed comes with that. There's like what do you call
little angle thing, little
it?
shelf.
Yeah, you screw it in,
Yeah.
and it cuts the gap space obviously to put the mag in. So that even that, the touch of like putting the mags back in and stuff. So
And on the 1911, like you were saying, the reloads are less forgiving on being having the mag on an off angle to the
yes, yeah,
to the mag well.
yeah, but it's coming along. So I figured since I had a 2-week gap, it would be a good time to work on it. So yeah, so I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it in 2 weeks. And it's interesting because the gun also has a longer sight radius. Like, so if you're shooting irons, you got a little bit more length between the front and the back versus the tan folio. I didn't measure it, but it is a lot, definitely longer sight. And then I ordered, since I'm going to use it, I wanted to get a few more mags. So I ordered. I have the Wilson Combat Elite ones, and I have the ones that it came with, which are the Mekgar, the Mekgar. I forget what they're called. They have like a larger base on them, and they're more drop friendly and stuff. And I like the feel of them better, so I ordered a few more, and I ordered them from Tenda. And then I saw Tenda had a sale on 9 mil ammo, so I figured I might as well get a box of that while I was at it.
Oh yeah, they
So
had some for like what, 370?
379, yeah,
379?
379. So 380 for 124 grain, which is,
Very
and it's
decent.
CCI, so it's not like it's like some Scorpio or
Rando
something else.
country. Yeah.
What's that? Yeah. So I mean, that's the right now and it's free, and it was free shipping too. So that really adds to the savings, right? Um, and really, that's it. So it worked out that I was going to do my first rimfire match in March, but I saw that in Sittsville, actually, their February match is on a Sunday. For some reason, I was
Ooh.
thinking they're all on Saturday, so I had Saturday in my head, and I had an IPSC match on the Saturday. So I saw that it's actually on the Sunday, so I'm going to do. So I'm going to go to that.
So
We'll
there's
see.
one on March 11th and 12th, though, right? You were going
Yeah,
to go to that one too.
there's
So
that one too.
the X22 series, and then there's
Oh,
a.
I'm not ready for that, Kelly.
Oh, come on!
That's big boy and girl country. I can't be doing that.
You
So those are for
Yeah,
real.
you
Those are
can.
for real shooters. Not. I'm just going there to.
And then there's the ORPS match as well. I mean, it's for big boys and girls.
So
Hey
no,
Mo, how many events did you go to in 2022?
Me?
Yeah. Like if
I
you
would
look at your
say.
practice score, how many events are in there?
Oh, I don't know, because then there's the ones in the Ontario site that they don't put in practice score. I would say if I was going to figure it out, it's 2.5 to 3 matches a month.
You probably shoot more than the rest of us combined.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that doesn't make
probably.
that. But you guys are like, no, but that doesn't make me good. It just means I go to a lot of matches. But remember,
So,
I haven't been at this as long as a lot of you, right? So I don't have
He's talking about you there.
all of you.
Yeah.
my
You guys were
practice score
born.
has
You guys were
4
born with
matches.
rifles by your side. I stumbled upon this late in life. So
I did
Oh,
4
I'm sure
matches in 2022. I'm sure you did.
Really?
Yeah, that's in
you
my
did
practice
Oh,
four
yeah.
matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably
Wow.
did about the same.
Yeah, me too.
I feel even
There
more
was
ashamed.
not much. Well,
Yeah, I wasn't joking. You've done more than all of us combined.
Okay,
Maybe
then
even double
then I'm
more
really
than all of us
terrible. I
combined.
should see
Yeah.
myself out. Have a good
So-
evening, everyone.
I think what we're doing is we're doing a lot. We're at the range every weekend, but what we're doing is we're doing the matches as opposed to shooting at
Putting
them.
them
Yeah,
on. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens. So
Shoot at those.
yeah.
So that's it for me. On that uplifting note, Adriel, what did you do with the guns this week?
A couple of things. I did some non-gun stuff. I souped up. I have a cordless vacuum, and I souped it up. More power. There's a very dated reference there. Any Zoomers would be like, no idea what's going on there.
oh,
got
I know
three- it's
exactly
got-
what's going on there.
It's got 3 times the power now. Not that it
Nice.
Has it got a Hemi? Has it got a Hemi in there?
I just
pretty
looked it
much
up.
the electrical equivalent of a Hemi. Yeah.
Uh.
To non-gun stuff, or sorry, to to real gun stuff. I did a video on the G4 minute being withdrawn. I wanted to get on that real quick just to give people the beans on what's
you
going
know
on
what?
there.
I watched that. It was good.
I watched it too. Yeah.
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 And I think
Nice,
that
nice
a
and
lot
short.
of, based on what I saw, a lot of other people watched it too. So
Mhm.
it's good that you're giving out that information. I also saw a couple of other people put it information on it. So CCFR as well as Ian, our friend,
Mr. Runkle, yeah.
Mr.
Yeah, that
Runkle
one
of the
up there.
Bailey.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a good one actually too as well.
Yep.
So
And then I hit the range with my boy and nephew and a couple of listeners, Thomas and Rosie. We all kind of hit the range. I brought a bunch of corrosive red rifles, SVT 40, Mosin, muzzleloader, Garand, Glock, Wrangler. And then when I got home, I had to clean them all because half that stuff I was using corrosive ammo with. More than half that stuff. The muzzleloader, that's corrosive. SVT, Mosin, corrosive. The Garand, not corrosive, but some of that surplus 308 ammo did give me some rust, so I had to clean it as if it was corrosive. And then the Wrangler, I was having problems getting rounds in it. Like, they're really gritty getting in there. So I took it home. I cleaned it really good. And they're still like kind of hard getting in. And it's because Ruger Wrangler 22 LR is garbage. It's just the worst ammo ever. Super gritty. And the case itself has got like a bunch of like lead crap on it and stuff. And I think it's just the way that they're packaged. They just ram a bunch in there. And the case, maybe as part of the processing, the cases get lots of lead on them because they don't go in very well.
they don't go in very well. I was doing a orientation. I brought my Ruger Wrangler, and I was trying to put some dummy cases in, and so in the Ruger Wrangler, and so I had to use, instead of just empty casings, I actually had to use dummies because the empty casings wouldn't go in at all. It was weird, wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
And I'm going, this is interesting. But I think that you're right. I think that there's some. Anyways.
It's
So
just bad
am I the
ammo.
only one here that hasn't actually shot my Wrangler yet?
I think so. Yeah.
I think so.
How long have you had it?
I think we all went in like last spring and bought
We
them.
all peer pressured each other in last
Yeah.
spring to buy
Now
it.
we're gonna peer pressure you to shoot it. So
I was already thinking I might actually bring it because just said I haven't even shot that Canik I bought either. So we'd be at the range this weekend, so I might actually bring them out and actually shoot them.
Do
I
it.
Bring your boy to the range.
Oh,
Get
we're all
him
going to be
shoot
down there.
Ruger Wrangler.
That's coming up in upcoming events. We'll all be down there.
All right. Kevin mentioned he watched that G4 video in Halifax. Russ says that his is still in his safe. So you're not the only one who got a Wrangler as a safe queen.
Pretty much. It was
Sitting
cheap.
there.
And, yeah.
There's better rifles to be a safe queen.
Russ has been doing a lot of shotgun shooting,
Mm,
trap and skeet. I know that.
yeah. If you're going to have a safe queen, it
specifically.
should be like a collectible, something that's like going to gain value.
Not a Ruger Wrangler.
No,
Not a Ruger Wrangler, no.
it's not going to gain any value just sitting. Oh, maybe it will actually. What are
It
they going
might.
for right now?
I don't know.
Infinite money. You can't buy one. So
Yeah, there you go.
It's priceless.
it is
Said-
priceless.
Yeah.
I think that's about it. I got a couple of videos that I'm just working on at the moment, but in terms of that range visit, the muzzleloader, I need a nipple pick. Now that sounds dirty.
Pardon me?
So like the nipple where the cap goes on, it's got like inside there's a teeny tiny little hole for the like blast to get through. I need to and you need something small to get through there, but not quite so small that it like bends when it goes in. So you need a very specific sized wire to like poke through there and make sure it's clear. And mine
Your flash hole there?
Yeah, flash hole.
I got the thing for you. Welding supply store, get the nozzle tip cleaner. It has all sorts of different sizes, and you can clean out that flash hole nice and clean, because it's kind of like small, tiny little files for cleaning out your torch nozzles.
Okay, I'll go to Princess Auto and I'll pick that up. Thank you. That's because like if you get the real one, it's expensive for. I need a little piece of wire, and it's too expensive for that. I'm gonna go to the welding shop or the welding area of Princess Auto and buy the cheapest one that they've got. Yeah, that's good. In terms of the other guns, Grand ran great. Glock ran great. Didn't have to clean that one. Mosin, yeah, they're all doing exactly the same thing as they used to do. But this time I got to shoot the SVT with the knowledge that it's not going to get banned. So that was kind of nice. That is about it for me.
Okay. We get into upcoming events, and we got one new one. This weekend, February 11th, we're going to be doing a Valentine's Day shoot at Wapiti Shooters Club. So same thing as our turkey shoots, except for instead of a turkey or ham, you get a basket of chocolates, basically. Yeah. Poker style shoot during club hours, so 11 to 5, $10 a shooter. Ammo and firearm are supplied, and no PAL is required. I will be down there. The whole family will be down there pretty much all day. So,
and you're gonna have your Wrangler in a holster.
I'll bring
leather.
my yeah. I've got a bunch of leather here. I'll just stitch up a holster here right quick. Next day.
Gonna put some frills on it. What do you call those tassels? Tassels.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
The funny thing is, I actually have the equipment here to do that. I just never did that before. So that's happening this weekend, and we mentioned it last week, but I believe that would be next weekend, February 21st, is CCFR Ladies Day shoot at Bullets and Broadheads, also in Grand Prairie. Runs from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. They're asking that you arrive by 5:45 p.m. and have your if you haven't shot with them recently, you have your waiver all done up and everything. It's $80 a person, and all the proceeds go to the Odyssey House charity.
Nice. So that's actually Tammy Decker is the person that's arranged that, and the CCFR Women's Program is sponsoring it. So well done, Tammy and Bullets and Broadheads.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, Tammy's an RO there at Bullets and Broadheads. We got Chaz 3-Gun. They're starting to put some matches up. So the March match opens for registration on February 18th at 7 p.m. on Practice Score. So if you just go to Practice Score, search up Chaz, CHAS 3-Gun, and you'll be able to find it there.
It's going to sell out quick. I was at the range.
Do you think the March one will sell out quick?
I was at the range on Sunday, and I met more than a couple people who were tuning their guns up for that March match.
Nice.
So they're anticipating it. I don't know if it'll sell out. Like, it's going to be cold and the weather's going to be crappy, but I know that there's people who are getting their guns ready for it. Mm-hmm.
And you're middle of summer. You got to be right on there because you sell out in less than a minute. So
sorry, my dogs are fighting.
No problem. So there's another one put in here. International Ladies Day in Stittsville is on March 11th with Carleton University and QSEF Women's Group. Visit the Carleton University Shooting Club page for details.
Yep, I'll be there. So if you want to come out, come see that. International Ladies Day. Women's Day. Sorry, it's International Women's Day, but they're holding a Ladies Day shoot. That's it.
I'll throw another one in here because I know we're starting to plan for it, and other clubs should probably think about it too. First weekend in June is National Range Day. So get your clubs together and start planning what you're going to do for that day. I know we're talking basically like an open house, more or less kind of thing. I don't know all the plans that are going into it, but yeah. So a little reminder there for everybody.
Okay. I gotta go and rescue my hat that I just threw at my dogs. Just one.
Good luck.
Is that the Ontario equivalent of the down south where you throw the shoe? In Ontario, you throw the hat?
I think so, yeah.
And you're muted, Adriel.
In Asia, you got to throw a sandal. Flip flop.
That's what it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We will get into the news, where there is some news. Amendment G4 has been withdrawn. We're going to talk about that in the main topic. So move on from there. CCFR legal fund donations. The court date is rapidly approaching. April 11th through 20th is CCFR versus Canada. And, we still need more funds. I don't know where they're quite sitting at, but,
well,
court case isn't cheap.
No,
so.
There's a lot of people that have been donating, a lot of ranges that have been donating organizations.
Yes.
So there's just too many to name over the past little while.
That's awesome.
But at the same time, I know that we were about 600,000 in the hole. So every dollar that you can donate, it would be helpful. So go on out and do that.
Join, donate, and you can do that by going to firearmsrights.ca, or you can send an EMT to finance@firearmsrights.ca.
Go and do both, actually. Become a member and then also do a donation too. Reason that it's important to become a member is also, and become a member of all our organizations, but become a member means that we can actually physically say these are how many members across Canada that are supporting us, and that's a significant portion. By the way, we're not political specifically. This is all entertainment value, but sometimes you do have to be political. But things that matter to politicians are votes. So if you can show a portion of the community that we are gun owners, it means that they may listen a little bit more too. So that's just me saying that. Go and do that.
Cool.
Thank you.
And we will get on to new gun stuff. And new gun stuff is brought to you by Bullseye North. Need a new boomstick? Bullseye North is Canada's shooting superstore and a proud sponsor of the CCFR. With a wide selection of guns and top trending gear for any shooter. You got free shipping over $200. Some exclusions apply, like ammo. I would imagine powder is part of that as well. Subscribe to their weekly newsletter to get first access to their hottest deals.
All right, the first thing I want to show here, this is actually something that Bullseye has. Normally 30-30 ammo, you're looking at like a heavier bullet, something that's flat, something that doesn't have very good BC because it's got to go in a tube. They have the Hornady Lever Revolution 30-30 in a 140 grain monoflex bullet. So lighter, faster, aerodynamic, so you can get a little bit more distance out of it. So
nice.
Those are kind of neat. Yeah. The next one I wanted to show is Frontier Firearms has surplus Montreal Police ballistic vests at $269. So if you're looking for a ballistic vest, they have those. These are level 2 protection for costume use only.
Yeah.
They're not
even stab proof. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
it's a stab vest.
Yeah, level 2. I'm level 2 stab, isn't it?
Okay, we'll buy one. We'll put one on someone and we'll stab it mercilessly.
So they've been warned by the Montreal police. So you know what that means. They're going to be sweaty.
True.
Yeah. Did you ever see how they clean those? We got a machine at work. It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. You just
how do they clean a vest?
You put the vest on, you put it in the machine, and it's like it looks like almost like a dishwasher, industrial dishwasher. It's kind of cool.
Cool.
Yeah, it'd have to be because they will be sweaty.
They're gross. Yeah, especially in the summertime.
This isn't new, but it's the first I've seen it. I don't know why I didn't see it. Did you guys see the Keltec P50 before?
No,
No.
I have not.
Okay, it's 5.7. It's a pistol. It holds 50 rounds.
A pistol
Looks
that holds
very
50
similar-
rounds.
Is that the mag right there below the barrel?
Look at
So
that.
Very similar to mag to
Whoa.
the P90
Uh-huh.
or PS90.
Like-
yeah.
And then
And a
it
pistol.
then it rotates in play as it feeds it.
Chunk. Yeah, rotates up.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
50 rounds. That thing's got to be heavy, fully loaded, hey?
Yeah.
Trigger pull.
Oh, and Brian
3.2
Tan
rounds
saying
unloaded.
it uses P90 mags. So cool.
Neat. Yeah. Anyways, I haven't seen them before. We can't get them here in Canada because it's a
Mike's
pistol.
asking how we have not seen these, and I know personally I see Keltec and I glaze over. So
But it's looking. That's so weird. I don't know how I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
it's got
Just saw
a.
it. Brian says it uses P90 mags. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Demo Ranch has a video of it. Okay, cool.
So I probably saw it, but totally blanked and just in and out.
We probably didn't get our Keltec shipment in Canada in time to even see these things. I bet you there's none of these in country.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
No.
In which case, we just have to live vicariously through Demo Ranch and soon Kyle. Let's see. And the next one here, I just thought this was neat looking. This is a Rossi M92. Prophet River has it. It's in 44 or M mag. So if you're looking for something that's a close-in classic rifle for hunting, I would say that would do it. Did you guys see anything else that was cool? I guess the Tenda had a decent sale on 9mm, like Mo was saying there.
Yep.
$379 for 124 grain CCI. That was brass too, right? Wasn't even aluminum.
Yeah. It was brass.
Fancy.
Nice.
Fancy. Like I'm gonna be reloading some 223 coming up here because I need some for March. I'm dead out. I'm like, I went and looked in my bulk 223. I didn't buy all last year because it was too expensive, and I'm very cheap, and the price hasn't come down. So I'm gonna be reloading, I think, this weekend.
Saying they had some great Colombian marching powder on hand when they designed this. Doesn't Keltec always when they design something?
Yeah.
It's their.
It's got to be like a
motto.
requirement. That's the entrance exam. Is normally you have a drug test to make sure that you don't have any, but they.
Sobriety is not required.
His drug test came back clean. Get him out of the building. That's all I got for new gun stuff.
Okay. Well, we'll get on to the main topic, and we're going to talk about the G4 Amendment withdrawal.
Yeah, I think so. I think most people have watched videos on it so far. Most people know that the amendment got withdrawn. The amendment had like SKSs and M1 Garands and that kind of thing in it. But there's actually a couple of interesting kind of side effects of withdrawing this, right? And we're just talking about it before the show. So this amendment had a couple of things like explicitly added to it that we're not sure if banned or not. The M1, the number one Ruger, for example. In the OIC, it says any gun that's capable of firing more than 10,000 joules is banned. So we took that to mean like, okay, Ruger number one in 460 Weatherby banned, but Ruger number one in 25-06 should be fine, right? And then with this newest G4 amendment, they said no, all of them are banned, and all
Because
the
they
Mausers.
did it by name, not by.
Yeah. All the essentially, if any cracked out gunsmith managed to take that action and make a 460 or bigger, the whole thing is banned because you could turn it into a assault style weapon. I like Ian's quote on the style. If it's something says style, it means that nothing of the preceding word is in it. Like if you say, if you got beef style
Yeah.
soup, like there's no beef in it.
It
If
ain't
it's
beef,
assault
no.
style, there's no
No.
assault in it.
That's a very good way of looking at that. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. It was cute. But yeah, so our Mauser's fine. Our Ruger number 1's fine. Whoa.
I think the biggest thing to come out of it is the long rifle magazine ban. There was gonna be a lot of
Still in there.
That's not part of the OIC. They were
No,
gonna.
it's in C21. It's in
Oh,
C21
right.
that
Yeah,
they're going to
okay.
do it.
Yeah. My
Yeah,
bad.
there's actually a bunch of stuff that they still left in C21. The mag ban is going to screw us royally, depending on how they interpret that. Public safety said that they're going to be redefining that so that, and the word that they used was never. The magazine can never hold more than the rounds it's supposed to. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that those
Supposed to
rivets
from
are no longer
factory?
good? In
Go
some
ahead,
countries,
do that. Just change all our mag laws to how it was designed. Okay.
No, but like never. Like some countries chop the bodies. And Canada has a legal definition of like the body of the magazine means something, and the rest of the magazine means another. So they may require chopping the body of the magazine, which would be effing awful. That would be like pretty catastrophic. All your tube.
Well, I mean, already a 10-round magazine in, well, of course, I'm going to say AR or any of the 180s. You put a 10-round mag in that, like it's barely sticking out.
Put a 5-rounder in there. It's going.
Well, that's just it.
Yeah.
It'd
be an innie.
It would, an innie. That's a good way of putting it.
Mm-hmm. An innie magazine. It's not the cold. It's just Canada.
Yeah. It's a lot better than the term that I had in my head.
The not safe for YouTube term.
Yeah.
So do we think it's going to stay this vague for a while?
It's going to be purposely vague.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is it going to be kept this way just to keep everybody kind of guessing? And
well, prime example.
C21's still going to go through though.
Yeah, but it's still going to be vague. Like look at the OIC and then the following FRT bans that we still don't know legally where that stands.
So I guess that's good clarification for like the listeners. There was the OIC ban that banned AR-15. That banned. Did they have the XCRs and that kind of thing in there too? Or
yes.
Was that FRT?
Yeah, the XCRs were on that.
XCRs and a couple.
Maccabee Defense was named on that, I do believe. No,
Stag 10s.
they weren't.
Stag 10s were all in there.
Yeah, Stag 10s were. I don't believe the Maccabees were. I think that was an FRT thing.
Yeah. And then we had this FRT ban afterwards that the RCMP does not make law. They don't get to decide which guns get banned or not. So, but them just saying like, oh, this stuff's all AR variants, but we don't have to prove it is something that we need our day in court on. And that's, I don't know where the ATRS lawsuit's going, but that's in there.
Yeah. Oh, and Mike's confirming Maccabee got FRT.
Yeah. And then there's C21. C21's all this stuff is just like the government or the RCMP just like randomly deciding this stuff. C21 was let's put this in law. Now it's going to be legislation, not never mind the government just deciding by executive order, right?
Well, and a lot of that was because they were trying to do the municipal handgun bans, but then they figured out that other than like Montreal and maybe Toronto, or Vancouver, there weren't many municipalities
that
were
support anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
So they did the handgun freeze anyways, even just OIC, and now this is the legislation to back it all up. In addition to some other stuff. So, I mean, we've been kind of living the reality of C21 just because they've already like pseudo banned all this stuff without the legislation. But then C21 also has the magazine thing in it. And they say they say that's not even part of C21. They're just going to do it. In C21, it says like this is going to come in via OIC sometime. Yeah. They also have red flag and yellow flag laws, which are pretty risky from like a swatting risk. Like someone could use those to swat someone pretty effectively. So if you want more information on that, Ian's got a good video on the risk of that. There were a couple of other things in there too.
Yeah, when we say Ian, we mean Ian Runkle, not Forgotten Weapons.
Yes, Ian from Forgotten Weapons doesn't care about our laws all that much. C21 had the freeze of handguns, red flag laws, expanded license revocation. They increased
because now it's lifetime record instead of your last 5 years.
5 years,
Yeah, they increased the potential max penalty, but it'll never get used. You can just randomly kill people in Canada and get way less than those penalties.
Well, when they were dropping the minimum, they're never going to come to max. It's just for face
I
service.
walked in on this conversation at the wrong time.
Oh, hi, Kelly.
Hi, I'm back.
One thing that is like they're authorizing wiretaps for 2 firearms offenses, but they've got like some real piddly firearms offenses in here. Like, modifying a magazine is like changing the tube size on your semi-auto shotgun. Modifying your magazine are the cops going to like wiretap you because they think you're modifying a shotgun magazine, right? Which all 3 gunners are doing right now, by the way. All 3 gunners are getting a tube that's too long, permanently modifying it to whatever the length is that's legal, and then going with it. That's 1 or maybe 2. Maybe there's like a traffic in. So like, I don't know how I feel about that one because it feels like they're just making it so that they can wiretap like a gajillion people for.
Well, it's modifying it to make it legal to attach to the gun.
Yeah.
I think that there's also, as they said, instead of just 1, it's 1 or 2, or sorry, 2 or more. But it also has to do with the Crown, if they can actually make it stick. I don't think the Crown would actually say, okay, this guy's a 3-gunner and he's doing a 2 extension. But that's just me.
Trust them as
well, pretty soon that if the mag thing goes through, that won't be an issue because you'll only be able to have 5 in their period anyways. So
5 of what?
Correct.
Well,
5 of what in your shotgun?
I think
2.5-inch shells. Those are 1 and 3, or the 1 3/4 shells.
Well, that's
look at
one
those,
of those
look
things
at the
that needs to
minis,
get
right?
clarified because you can already only have 5 of the largest shell, but
that's not actually written in the law. It's not 5 of the largest shell. It just says 5. Doesn't say what kind. That's what we've taken it. We've taken it to be like, well, 5 of the largest because that's what makes sense. But it's not tested in court. It's not written like that anywhere. Who knows what they're going to do with that? They could just make a decision. We've decided that it's the 1 3/4-inch ones. Get stuffed. Some of the other things in there, they prohibition on.
If that's the case, then it will get challenged in court.
But the law is like very vague. Like it'll get challenged in court, but like 2 years later, maybe we'll get a decision on that. That would be fantastic, actually. Please, some like old person who doesn't mind the time.
Has money to spare and the time.
No, we'll fundraise for you. You just have to get charged, and you have to have the cops stick it. We need to set these up a little bit more. Some sting operations.
I like Mike's idea. We need a patent an 18-inch shotgun shell.
This is only chambered for the 18-inchers. Some of the other things that are the air gun, the replica ban is still in there. So the airsoft.
Yeah, the airsoft.
Yeah. Is that it? Regulations on cartridge magazines. Oh, strengthen secure storage regulations. They're going to do that via OIC. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Well, that's exactly. Just it. What does that mean? Yeah.
Pretty strong storage regulations in Canada. They got to be in a safe or a room constructed specifically for it, or like if it's a.
Do you think it'll be central storage?
I don't think it'll be central storage.
They couldn't pull that off.
Yeah. I think it could be just something shittier. Just something much shittier. Right now, if you wanted to, you can have a safe by your bed with a gun and a loaded mag inside it.
A locked case inside of a locked case inside of a locked case?
Well, I think the very start will be that you can't put ammo and firearms in the same safe anymore.
Yeah, probably lock your ammo separately. That would be shitty. No matter what, that would be really shitty. Yeah. There's all kinds of shitty things that they could do.
That'll
Those are
stop
always
the gang
fair.
shootings for sure, right? Without that safe storage.
Yeah, so all those things are still in C21, and unless you guys keep mailing the NDPs and the greens and the block, now that they pulled out the hunting guns, they will push through the rest of this garbage. So please continue to put pressure on
Yeah.
the
Right.
political parties.
All
Yeah, it was a
mail.
small victory, but we still got the battle ahead.
Yeah. I'm wondering if they actually, because Trudeau was lambasted for this, and a lot of it was because of hinting. Even the NDP wasn't going to actually support this. I think, my comments about
But
that. But
it shows. Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it shows how loud the voices can be
Hmm.
if everybody's involved, right? So
Well,
it's
yeah.
not a
Reach out.
small group, right? Because if it was, then they just would have been pushed through, and then that would have been the end of it.
Well, thank you to Corey for starting this, and anyways, I'm saying that because people really started to take notice when the hashtag I'm with Corey started, and he got raked over the coals for that as well. But I think that is important. Hunters
Price.
out there,
Corey
Gary Price, yes,
Carey Price, yeah.
Gary Price. He plays for the Canadians. Canadians were
Les Canadiens.
the Canadians, and it was the Canadians are dicks, but
Oh,
because they were anyway. Okay.
They actually get to the playoffs once in a while. Is this a
No, I'm
problem 'cause you're
talking
from
about
Toronto?
I'm talking about the management team of the Canadians.
Oh, sorry. I thought this was some
threw him
slight
under.
against them because you
that
were
it's a rivalry thing.
patriotic about your Toronto
Yeah, you
Maple
know what?
Leafs.
Toronto is my team, but I also am a realist, so I don't actually think they'll ever win the cup again.
No.
So, and I don't like the Canadians at all. One reason is because my ex-husband loved them. The other reason is
That's a good reason not to like them. Yeah, that's fair.
but at the same time, the Montreal Canadiens basically drove a bus over him and backed it up 3 times.
Mhm.
So, but people started listening and advocating and sending those letters and that as well. I think that Trudeau saved face a little bit by saying, okay, you know what, we're going to take it. We're going to actually remove this. But at the same time, I keep saying but at the same time, I think that if they really want to implement some stuff, they can do it through an OIC again.
Well, and this he's just going to twist this and see. I was being reasonable. I was trying to do this. I listened to you
Right.
guys, and I compromised.
I think that it is a win for gun owners, though. I also
Absolutely. Yeah.
I also think that the hunters out there that were on board with us, they need to continue to be on board with us, and not say we won. Just saying.
Yeah, three gun was going to be super hooped.
Yeah.
we didn't have other options.
No.
No, you were running out of toys.
even now, like, okay, you have to have a handgun, and if you don't, you're hooped.
Yeah.
But at least you can go get a WK or an SKS or something that'll shoot a little bit quick to compete.
Hey, I can shoot my one WK gun.
Yeah.
Did you fix it yet?
No, hell no.
Mail that shit to me.
Okay.
Mail it back to me. I'll fix it. I'll put it back in the mail for you. It'll run.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I like fixing guns. I like doing gun stuff. My Dremel, she begs to be used.
She doesn't like to rest that Dremel.
Yeah. So I took it to somebody and they're going, I don't know. Whatever.
I will. I don't know. I'm happy I get to shoot my SKS M1 Garand. I had like 4 or 5 guns that were going to get banned, so it's very cool that they will not be banned.
Right. There is, I think there's still a lot of, as the reason why we're talking about this again, and I think it's really important. Go and watch the Hunting Gear guy's video on it. He did a really good job of explaining it.
He's very good, yeah.
Yeah, he's a really good guy too.
Can we lightning round? Is it banned or is it not banned?
Cool.
Okay.
Type 81. Is it banned? Not banned.
It's
Not
not
bad.
banned.
Not
Not
bad.
banned. I know the answer. I'm just gonna throw some names out to you guys.
Yeah.
WK180.
Not
Not
bad.
bad.
Because, like, you know what's gonna happen? People are gonna
Yep.
be commenting and emailing us.
Is this? Yeah.
SKS?
Not
Not
banned.
banned.
XCR.
Banned.
Still banned by FRT, which is an opinion by the RCMP and isn't law. But
No, that was listed in OIC. XCR was listed. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. What about the B&T APC 223?
Not bad.
Not banned.
Not bad. Not bad. Still a good one.
Just too expensive for most folks, but not bad.
What about what's that Chilean one that's in 223 and 308? SG 542?
The FAME. Do you think?
Yeah.
Not banned.
Not
no.
banned.
Not bad. Not bad. Still good to go.
They're still available for sale too. I think Calgary Shooting Center has them.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
What are some of the other cool? What about FX9 PCCs?
That's
bad.
not banned.
Not bad. I think all the PCCs are still good to go. Oh, well, that magazine thing might really hoop them.
I was just going to say, wouldn't that hoop people?
We don't know how that
the
magazine thing's going to work.
Yeah, the mag will affect them, but right now they are used as normal.
Mm-hmm. FAME, yes, the FAME SG54. Those are really cool. I saw one with the UGG boot stock on it, the ACR stock, and it looked sick. It was so cool. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other guns. AR-15.
Okay, so people keep asking, does this mean I can take my AR-15 to No.
What if you're in Alberta?
No, don't do
No.
it. Or be prepared for legal challenges.
As this is a public show on the internet, we don't recommend that you break the law.
Nope.
So just to clarify, your AR-15 is still banned. It was with the original OIC.
Yes.
So no, you can't take it to the range.
No, just take it out of the safe, look at it, and then put it back in.
Stag 10?
Banned.
What are the other cool ones? I can't think of any others that would be like really common.
Actually, I think it was FRT, like the Coyote in that.
Cobra HG 105, that bullpup 12 gauge.
Ooh.
Not bad.
No.
Good to go. Those were going to be named in there. Trying to think of anything else. Any others that might come up that people might wonder about?
Siberian is not banned.
Siberian's not banned. All the 180s. Now I want to get my hands on one of those BCL Siberians because I saw Victory Sports did a video of it and it looked great. And the features, BCL's got this bolt release that's on the same side as your mag release. Go fast. It's a real gamer part.
Are they just are they just by order right now? I don't think anybody has stock.
They have some testers, like some floor models.
Modern Sporter, that was FRT.
Yeah.
So that's up for interpretation. Carrie. Hey, Carrie. This is actually going to be my direct report once I go down to the States. So he says, can somebody explain AR laws in Canada for me? You can only possess but can't use, similar to handguns.
Correct.
And basically, they're the same. If you had them once the ban came, you hold them, but you can't buy or transfer them. Handguns you can still use, but ARs are prohib. They've actually been given prohib classification, so basically, but we weren't given prohib designation on our licenses, so they are safe queens.
Correct.
They just sit in your safe or your gun room, and you can't take them to the range, and that's it.
You can move with them though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can. And you can import them, export them to the US if you're interested.
No, ARs is actually the one that it's trying to get an AR exported to the US is the one that's it just doesn't happen.
Go and read the OIC. You should still be able to export.
No, on the US side, they don't take them.
They don't want them.
No,
So
I had a
buddy
who moved down there, moved to Wyoming, Brent from Hammer Armament, and that was like one of the things he sold was his ARs, and he brought a bunch of stuff down there, went through the whole export process and everything, and he said, the ARs, it's not going to happen.
What about parts? Can you just strip it down to a lower and leave the lower behind?
Oh yeah, it's just registered parts.
Who cares? It's $100 lower.
It's the registered parts, right? So
yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, and but Yeah, Carrie. So they are relics. Yeah, basically, yeah. Your ARs are relics, and you just sit there and they catch
Yeah.
your drool when you're looking over them.
So they're prohib, but we've been granted amnesty until they're heard. They were supposed to be actually last fall. We were granted amnesty, but
Yeah, till
amnesty
October
means
this year.
until October. So they've extended one more year so that we can hear the court cases that are currently being before the Supreme Court of Canada on challenging whether it's lawful or not.
Well, and they also still got to figure out how they're going to take them because they still haven't figured that out.
No.
They start like a month
less
before
than market value.
I still
Well, I
think
mean,
that-
physically how they're going to collect them. Because I think the whole buyback is pretty much. Yeah.
It's not okay. I'm gonna get mad now and just leave. It's not a buyback.
No,
I bought it.
Yeah. They never
My
had
money-
it in the first place. It's not a buyback. Yeah.
Mammoth. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going
Tried
to
doing a background check on the government, and I found some like real sketchy
Yeah,
stuff.
there's
I'm not sure
yeah.
some
I'm gonna be
sketchy
buying
stuff
them.
for sure.
Yeah. This is
Yeah,
you're
we're-
allowed to have it. Come on.
And yes, we will build something very nice, Carrie. I'm sure.
Oh, I'm jealous. I'm
Whatever.
You two get lost.
Whatever.
Okay?
Yeah.
X95 Tavors
Not bad.
Oh, not banned.
RDB
Mm-mm.
Type
Not banned.
97.
No.
Not
I'll
banned.
still good to go. I'll still good
Yeah.
to go.
Not
I'm
for
actually
my
quite
cold
happy
dead
about
hand.
that.
Yeah.
That's one of my buddies was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get into 3-gun. What should I shoot?" And he's a lefty. And it's like, okay, well, RDBs seem to be pretty good. So get
Yeah,
one.
well, they
of
got
those.
that bottom eject, so that's nice.
Yep. Yeah. So and like fully ambi, you can swap the charging handle to one side or the other. They don't break parts like the 180s do. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, really good, great choice. Or even like if you just prefer something like short and handy for coyotes or something like that, something that would be good taken out of a truck to shoot a coyote on the run, like an X95 or something like that. It's very nice, short and compact.
Yeah, smaller package for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Still a bullpup, but
Mm-hmm.
That's
like
why
it.
it's easy to get it in and out of the vehicle. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good to shoot, but it's okay.
I'm partial to the pups.
Yeah,
Are you?
they look cool.
Yeah.
Look cool.
yeah, they do look cool for sure.
Yeah, I've shot. I don't. They feel so weird.
Yeah,
It's because I don't shoot
without
them,
a doubt.
right?
Yeah.
They feel weird.
Armed hiking with a bullpup though, so great. They're so compact. They don't snag on any trees.
Yeah,
Like wearing one on your front, so good.
Kelly uses
There's so
hers
many
for deer
other
hunting.
firearms you could take out in the bush besides a Tavor is bulky though. Like it is a smaller package, but it's bulky. Like
It's more square. It's not like long and svelte like.
I mean, I'd prefer take like
rifle.
a Ruger American or something like a scout rifle over taking like a Tavor out as just like a walking bush gun.
I took my Type 97 out as a bush gun. It was amazing. It didn't get. You could take a leak with it on your front just because it's so small and out of the way.
I would
Kelly
know.
might be a challenge, but
It's good to know,
I
Adrian.
would
Thank you.
know.
have you ever tried doing that with a regular gun on your front? It's hard.
Kelly?
No.
Actually, I walking through the bush. I
No.
can't say I've had a firearm slung from my front. It's either over my shoulder, on my bag, or in my arm.
Yeah.
Oh, so like I do the shoulder thing for like a deer hunting rifle, but for my varmint guns, because like if I am waiting for a coyote or something like that, the in front, if you need the side attach points, I'm gonna use a pistol.
Yeah, the
just 'cause I don't have any
2
other
point.
gun.
Yeah.
Side attach points, and it sits right on your chest, and you can just pull it up or just leave it slung like that. Is so fast. It's so much faster than the out back
Oh,
with the
for
other
sure.
sling.
And your hands are free. I could see the benefit for that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike agrees with me.
Yeah. You know what?
I'm gonna showcase that.
I think we should talk to Mike after the show. Let's see if we can get him on. And he has all these ideas. I love Mike and his ideas. So we should talk to him about hey, Mike, how did the Lethbridge show go? Not Lethbridge, Lloydminster. He was organizing that. So
Practically the same place. It's on
No,
the
it's-
south.
it's not the same place. Lethbridge and Lloydminster are totally opposites of the yeah. But yeah. Kelly uses her Tavor to go deer hunting with. She hasn't shot anything with it yet.
Do you guys have caliber restrictions for big game in Ontario?
Depends on where you're located.
Because I know Alberta,
Really?
20, like if you had 223, you couldn't go big game hunting. You have
Some
to have
areas
minimum
were-
25 cal. Or, not
Yeah.
25.
24.
It's, yeah,
Yeah.
243 is
So-
minimum, basically. Yeah.
So it depends on where you are located, because I know that in Southwestern there's some areas where it's only shotgun slugs only.
Hmm.
Whereas here, no, we can use.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you, we broke an attendance record. I think awesome, good for you. Yeah, after the show, I'll tell you about some caliber stuff for deer hunting.
Okay.
Talk about it here because it's entertainment only. RCMP.
Not on our topic, but Carrie's asking if there's any Cerakote techs in Canada and prices reasonable. And yes, we do have some. I know I wasn't actually certified by Cerakote, but I did a bunch of Cerakote jobs, got set up for it. We got more legit guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
Denis
Black
was
box.
certified.
Yeah.
Black box.
Black Box.
Yeah, of course.
Who
There's
else?
also
PM Precision, I think.
Yep.
Do they?
Yeah, Amberlyn over in West Kootenay as well. She her Cantac. Thank you. I had to think about it again.
I know
COVID
Notch
break.
and Post, they don't do Cerakote, but they do Duracoat, and I think they have another coating that they do. I do believe
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, there is a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And prices, I mean, it's Canada, so it's probably more expensive than anything down in the States, but also depends on who you're going to and what style of job you're getting.
Again, Red Tower. Is it Red Tower? My brain.
Red Tower.
Yeah. They do awesome jobs here. I've seen a lot of their work at TACOM and all that. So okay.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much wrapped up our main topic. Exhausted the C-21 and amendment stuff.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're exhausted.
Well, we'll get on to listener feedback. And we did actually have a Facebook message from Link. So I haven't replied to it, but I'm going to take what we say in response to it and send a message back to him. It says, hey, longtime listener and part-time shit disturber. I've been thinking about getting into reloading. With the prices of what I shoot going through the roof, I think it may be time. Any suggestions for a good starter kit to look into? I'm looking to reload 9mm, 38 Special, 357 Magnum, 303, 7.5 by 55 Swiss, 12 gauge, and 410. Thanks for any advice.
So you're still a 650 and then also do a Mac Junior.
Well, it depends on what for
shotgun.
budget and how much he's looking to shoot.
Yes, that's true. Because if you're like, well, and do small batches,
then you can get away with a rock chucker and you'd be fine. I mean, if you just want to start off with just making some special stuff like for the 7.5 by 55 or the 303, I mean, like a rock chucker is really good for that, and they're cheap. Otherwise, yeah, get the 350 or not the 350, the 650. That'll do all those, the 9, 38, 357, all the way up to the 7.5, 55. And
go over to the
depends on how much. Once again, depends on how much you shoot. 12 gauge and 410. You could get a couple Lee single stage presses for $100 each. They're dirt cheap for the Lee single stage things.
But you can also go on to like Gun Nuts or anything like that. And also pick up
buy a
something.
used one.
Yeah. Or you can have
wouldn't bother with reloading most of these. 9mm, the primer price is gonna like kill you. 12 gauge, there's no point. You're not gonna be able to beat the pricing of factory target load. 410 you can.
Well, 410 for one, you can't.
Yeah,
it's really hard to find. So,
but okay, so where do you get the shells for it? Like the reloading.
So if he already has the shells and he's going through it, then it's worth it to reload. Right now, anyways, it may change within the next year because 410 is like it's like the 28 gauge of a year ago.
Yeah. So I think some of these are a pain in the ass. You're stockpiled. Then you don't. That's the right way to do
I
it.
have a dumb question because I don't reload shotgun shells. Like how do they hold up? Like how many times can you reload your typical shotgun shell?
A few times.
Yeah,
The shells
I would say a few
themselves.
times. It is. I would say as long as your hull is in good shape and it's not torn, then you'd be fine.
Okay. Well, eventually, will the crimp like crack?
Yeah.
Like if it.
It's gonna do something because that's the hardest part that you're reworking every time. And it's just
But
plastic.
I mean, like Mike's saying, shotgun loading is a whole other world because now with your specific hull, now you need that specific wad, and it's a whole. Now you're dealing with different lead size, different powder charges. You go 6 crimp, 8 crimp, or whatever, and
that's why I said you have to have specific dye specific to it. But it is worth it.
That's one thing I like about that Lee single stage. It has a spot for a 6 crimp or an 8 crimp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't reload for half the things he's mentioning here. I would just buy factory. Like if you shoot a lot of 303, reload for it. Get a big box of their big bag of those Cam Pro 180 grain bullets.
I find a lot of 303 though.
Like hundreds. Not like I've shot 100 total. Like I shoot hundreds.
I'm gonna say how many people would shoot hundreds though.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that there's like a limit on this. 7.5 by 55 Swiss. You'll make up the cost of the dies pretty quick shooting that stuff. If you shoot your K31 or whatever a lot, then maybe
7.6. Yeah, but and then also 9mm you would, but 9mm is like look at the deal that Mel found, right? And
it's not worth it.
Primers are like hen's teeth right now too. So you might.
And they're not going to get any better for the rest of the year, I don't think.
No,
you need a progressive to make it worth it to shoot 9mm or to reload 9mm. A progressive involves like a high upfront cost.
Correct.
You need to find really great deals on primers. You need to scrounge your brass. Otherwise, it's not worth it. You can't buy new.
If you're buying brass,
if you're buying brass, then it's that deal that I got from Tenda is cheaper.
But I am going to say this, and I'm doing a Adriel here, where I'm taking advantage of people.
Oh wow!
It's called capitalism. How the world works.
Go on to Gunnuts because people were just basically offloading a lot of stuff because of the fact that they didn't with C21. They're going, okay, I'm out. I just want to sell all my guns and all my shit so that I can actually get out of it because it's not that near and dear to me, and I just want to offload all my stuff. I recently had a conversation with somebody at work about that. Anyways, but you can get some good deals out there. So if you want to actually reload, go and do it.
You gotta look.
Russ is saying AA hulls minimum 5 times to 12 reloads. And he's reloading 410 for 644, but his primers were $45 1,000, and now they're $75.
I know, that's craziness. By the way,
wow.
Russ is one of my favorite people ever because he and my 28 gauge trials and tribulations. He's the one that sent me the Mac Junior. So thank you, Russ.
On the 38 and 357 Magnum, go on your range Facebook page and say, hey, I want to make 1,000 38 Special or 357 Magnum. Does anyone have a progressive that I could borrow? I'll buy you a case of beer. And go over their place and reload it there. Because if you make 1,000 rounds of that stuff, you're set for like years. No one shoots revolvers enough to need more than like 1,000 rounds. Unless you do it for IPSC and you're crazy.
Beer and reloading sounds good.
That's how I would do that. I would make like 1,000 rounds.
For later.
Oh, okay.
No, it's for the guy you're borrowing. They get to drink. You get to reload on their equipment.
Yeah,
that's true. But then you actually get to drink the beer because you guys actually after reloading.
Yes, after reloading.
So it's kind of like buying a Christmas gift that you like for somebody.
Just so you can go over there and use it.
Look what I buy you! Oh my god, it's so awesome, isn't it?
It's my favorite.
But no, you're not wrong. Hey, bring a case here. Let me help you with that.
But you can also, you do it all the time, don't you? like you have guys that come over and you guys reload
Yeah.
together,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
you'll
yeah.
say, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna actually buy this. Who wants to go in on it as well?"
Yep.
And then you got Mo who only does 100 at a time, and it's like,
Wow.
I'm gonna try to make some 223 this weekend, and I don't know how many I'm gonna make. I would love to make a few hundred, but like it's such a pain in the ass to reload.
Okay, I have to ask our listeners, anybody out there, I'm looking for a Gila and 22 LR in high velocity. If you know of anybody that has it, please let me know. I'm looking across the country. I was able to find one box at SFRC. I bought it. It was one of the a Brecca 500, but I'm willing to, yeah, I'm looking for it across the country. Nobody has it.
Sure, you don't want some Wildcat?
No,
Wildcat.
I don't want Winchester
I got some Wildcat. No,
Wildcat. No, I don't.
Okay, well.
Okay.
Suit
Well,
yourself.
we don't have any emails this week, but if you are shopping, go to our website, and on the left-hand side there's a Cabela's link. It won't cost you any more, but we'll get a little bit of a kickback from you using that link when you can go to Cabela's and make a purchase. And once in a month or so, we're gonna go through and we're gonna see
Once in a month?
what the anonymous people bought, and read them out and kind of guess what your plans are and what you're doing with them.
Take over the world.
Of course.
Mike, there is none.
That's
I
what we
went,
do
I
every
went
night,
across
isn't
the
it?
country and I've looked already. What? Yes. No, that's what is your plans tonight? Same thing we do every night, Pinky.
Yeah.
Take over the world.
Yeah.
Okay. In this, who's the Pinky and who's the brain?
Oh,
Okay.
I have no answer.
You're all bald, so one of you is the brain. And I'm Pinky, I guess, because
Okay.
I'm not bald.
I'm not bald. I'm short, but I'm not bald.
Okay, you're not. Okay, that would be brain criteria if you're short and round.
Kelly, how much of that cough medicine have you
I
had
was
tonight?
gonna ask. I was gonna say. Smaller sips, Kelly.
It was
Two
a
fingers.
new bottle. It was a new bottle when I
Two
started.
fingers.
This is my second glass. This is 4, 5 fingers, 6.
This
It's still
many
not
fingers.
It's
Well,
still
if you
not
would
working.
like to send the show an email, message on Facebook or Instagram, we'll read it out here and answer. You know, send the email to slamfireradio@gmail.com.
Yep.
We don't have any new Patreon supporters, but we do have a new Utron supporter, Spencer.
Sweet.
So we just
Spencer.
started getting all our stuff transferred over there, and we are now live streaming to Utron as well. So if you want to support the show, head on over to our page on Utron, and you can subscribe there.
I think that's
And-
awesome.
Yeah.
I think it really is because of the fact that YouTube tends to
YouTube's trying to put the squeeze on.
people who are gun owners. Yeah,
Push us
I like
out,
it.
yeah.
I've
Putting out
been
content.
I've been putting together some content for Utron for Hunting Gear Guy. I think it's a really good plan. It's that mix of like Edwards was mentioning. It's that mix of Patreon and YouTube that and it just makes it easier to do like crowdfunded stuff. So I'm gonna be putting more stuff on it.
So thank you, Spencer, for suggesting that as well.
Yeah, he's been on us about that.
I know.
We're still on Patreon, so if you want to support us through there instead, you can go on to Patreon and find us there as well.
Yeah.
We do have a few YouTube comments. Adriel, you want to take the first one from Tony?
Yeah, I think it's related to me. He says the only thing is mill syrups are so expensive these days. Or you get a Carcano, but the ammo is expensive and hard to find.
Oh
would
my
say-
God.
$35 a box. It's not expensive. It can't. It's like you're not going to find it at like your ye old hunting shop. Not going to find any there. But it's out there.
That's the stuff you want to actually reload to if you can do it.
Mhm.
But how many shots are you going to take with a Carcano? Like seriously.
I'm gonna.
I know you are.
Yeah. Until the JB weld falls off.
My kids like shooting them. Like the putting the clip in. The fact they're so short and handy. Like my kids love those things.
Nice.
You're a fan of the Carcano, though. You have been for years.
I like carbines. I like
Yeah.
short guns. They're more handy, and I think like that gun got a lot of things right. I hate the sights on it. The sights are garbage,
Right.
but love the clip feed mechanism on it. It's just like it's so cool.
Okay, I did listen to that portion of the episode where you were talking about JB Weld. What have you done? Have you done anything with that?
Oh yeah, they're JB welded. The
Are
front
they?
sights are like, oh yeah. Which one? This one over here. Yeah. So I haven't filed it to shape yet. So it's just the ugly like built up. I need to file it so it looks not like shit. But I
Oh
built
my
it up.
gosh.
I built it up and it's on there.
That's an inch and a half, 2 inches.
Wow. Okay. So, but
I know
there's
you
the
had
rear
to
sight,
bury
right?
it. Yeah.
You have to bury it, so you at least need that height. So, yeah, I'm gonna shape it so it looks better, and then put some pink spray paint on it or something.
Can you
Wish
please
I could
send
be there for
send
that
us
sight-in
pictures?
process. Because, sorry, Kelly, go ahead.
I was just going to say, can you please send us pictures? Because I'm going to take it to
Yes.
the gunsmith at SFRC and say,
I
look at
want
this.
video. I want video of the sight-in process. Instead of turning dials, it's just taking the file it a little bit more.
But you already know. You've taken it out and you shot it, so you know where you were burying it anyways. So you already know specifically. Yeah, it's kind of like bleh. Bleh.
The only person who really wasn't a fan of the Carcano was JFK.
See, that's why I like mine.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Give Kelly's voice a rest. Mo, do you want to take the next one from Gillifrayan?
Gallifreyan. I made a Utreon account a few months ago after seeing Ian McCullum's video. My YouTube content is about half gun builds and upgrades, so it's only a matter of time before they notice me and get the ban hammer. At least I know it has a second home where it's safe.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
go over to you.
Utreon.
Utreon.
And I'll take the last one from June Selly. So the previous two were for last week's show. This one's in response to the Gersan testing and review, and it says it's a semi-automatic with inertia rotating bolt. It's gonna kick. It's a shotgun. There's always an appropriate way to hold every firearm. If anyone complains about their shoulder, I recommend they take 100 milligrams of Triactin. Triactin like a man.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
Anyways,
Anyways.
I laugh when I do get a good chuckle when I read some of these because
You gotta laugh.
yeah.
It.
Thank you for the comments, but it's like they don't understand that it's like trying to find that fine point, and it's
with any shotgun, you have to know how to hold it. Part of it is I would do a lot of
hold it.
and
know when to walk away.
and go in.
I mean, as far as
Wise
it's gonna
words.
kick, it's a shotgun. Yeah, okay, you're right to an extent, but there's a lot of shotguns that have different belt recoil.
Right.
What if you're a gamer? What if you want to go fast? Getting a
No.
shotgun that recoils a lot doesn't make you go fast. It makes you go slow.
Even staying in there, inertia, rotating bolt style. You take a Stoeger M3K or the M3000, basically the same shotgun. You put it up against the Benelli or even the Gersan, and it has more felt recoil than the Benelli or the Gersan.
Hey, if you
You know,
take a minute and you learn how to hold a shotgun and do it appropriately and fit it to, like, you don't even have to really, okay, you do have to fit it to you, but give somebody a shotgun and give them some pointers on actually how to hold it. I do a lot of the ladies' day and they're all scared of, not they're all scared, but a lot of them are scared of tough shotguns. And they put me on the shotgun stage. I just actually walk women through it. And once they shoot it and once they're given some instruction and then shoot it, they're going, I'm not sure why anybody. And I said, because you were taught how to hold it appropriately.
Yeah.
That's it. So try
and it's definitely time
try
behind the gun as
acting
well.
like a woman.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. And if you give us a message on Instagram, Facebook, reviews, YouTube videos. We'll post them up and read them.
What about Utron? Can we comment
Dan?
on that?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah, and Utron, we got to get used to saying that as well because we are on there and streaming there.
Okay.
All right. Get into shout outs, recommendations. Kelly.
I have a shout out. I want to give a shout out to our friend down in Smyrna, Spencer, for recommending Utron and getting us on over there. So give us a shout out. Not give us a shout out. Give us a comment on there and we'll read it as well. So thank you very much. That's it.
Adriel, Mo.
Mine is to the guys that do the Rimfire Nation podcast. I've been listening to the new stuff and their backlog. That's good information. So
I have no idea who you're talking about.
the Rimfire Nation podcast with
I'm kidding. It's Rick.
oh, you're okay. It's been a long day. Yeah, I know you're.
Poor Mo.
I believed you for a second. Shame on me. And I haven't even been drinking.
You know better than to trust us.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, Mo. You're so cute.
Yeah, I'm adorable.
I've got a shout out to a recommendation. Watch Brendan Herrera's video on the AK-12.
Okay,
I'm gonna go over
we'll
and do
check
that.
that out.
Give a shout out to Mike as well. He's gonna find me some Aguila.
Nah, there you go.
Good
Cool.
luck.
Yep.
Godspeed.
I do not
Speed. No.
don't have a shout out or recommendation for this week. So with that, we're gonna sign off. So check us out on Gun Owners of Canada. Give us a like on Facebook, YouTube, Utron. Give us a review on any of those. Comment. Join the CCFR, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Night.